Hey guys, JV here with an old-fashioned commentary on live service games. And this really kind of sprung into my mind with all that has been going on with Battlefront 2. It made me think about the impact that games as a service has had on this industry. Nowadays, AAA publishers are all trying to do the same thing. They're trying to create an experience that will keep people playing for as long as possible. And not only that, they're implementing systems to monetize their games, and their hope is that people will be spending as much as possible for as long as possible in these games. Of course, Battlefront 2 on launch is the prime example of a game that was very deliberately, made. Its progression was designed in such a way to steer you towards spending a little more cash, because that'll, decrease the amount of time that you need in order to unlock certain things. And we've gone on and on about that. It's just very rare that we see secluded 10-hour-long single-player only video games nowadays in 2017. You don't see your BioShocks, you don't see your God of Wars. It just doesn't make sense, financially for these companies to put out a game, spend a ton of money on it, and only have you play it once or twice through over the course of 10 to 20 hours. Of course, this is with the exception of indie games. That's a whole different thing. But when you're talking about spending $60 on a product with a big-time publisher putting it out there, if it can't be monetized long-term, then they're steering clear of it. And the idea of games as a service goes hand in hand with recurring monetization, because video games now are becoming more of a service than a product. On one hand, games as a service and live service in general is really good for consumers who are on a budget, right? Let's say you don't have the money to spend on $5, $60 games over the course of a year, and every single one of those games only offers 10 to 20 hours of playtime. Well, then you have Overwatch, which is only $40, and you spend that money, and then you have these constant recurrent updates that don't cost any money, but expand and enrich the experience to keep you playing. Obviously, Overwatch is the shining perfect example in this scenario, because other games go the opposite direction. They put out a $60 product that actually isn't complete and then expect you to pay more over time for the full experience. And the main offender right now for that is most certainly Destiny 2. At this point, it reminds me of The Sims, right? When you would buy The Sims and it was great, this base game was amazing, so much fun, and then lo and behold, 3 months later, there was a $20 expansion that added something where you're like, that could have been there in the first place. And then over the course of a year, there's a billion more expansions and you end up spending $200 on all of them. I don't know how the hell they got away with that, but the point I'm trying to make is that games are moving in this direction, almost every single one of them, with the exception of a few like The Witcher, which is just championing the idea that you paid $60 for this product. We're going to put out as many free updates as we possibly can. And we're also going to offer paid DLC that gives you a ton of bang for your buck, so much value. But not only that, I think The Witcher 3 reminds people of the time before live service, which really wasn't that long ago, right? And I'm not even talking about before DLC was a thing. I'm talking about before the free updates and the microtransactions model. So maybe 2-3 years ago. Seriously, it wasn't that long ago that you could walk into a GameStop and pay $60 for a physical hard copy, and that hard copy guaranteed you, a complete experience. Not that you would get free updates that would, kind of eventually move the game towards a full experience. It's not like you were paying for early access or a beta or something like that. You weren't the guinea pig. These were games that were finished. They were complete, and that's why you were able to go and pick them up off the store shelves. It's a completely different model, completely different idea and approach in 2017. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. I see the benefits like I've explained, but personally, I think it takes away from the experience, and I'm sure it does for the developers too. I doubt that they want to be wondering and worrying about how they can monetize the game moving forward. That has to disrupt the creative focus of what they truly want to do, the vision of how can we make an amazing experience for players that's never been made before, that's truly unique, that people will love. Instead, it's how do we keep people playing? How do we keep people spending? There's no way that these things don't disrupt the overall product at the end of the day. But of course, this is just all my opinion, but I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Let me know, do you think our industry and the games industry as a whole is better or worse for this live service, evolution that we've gone through in games as a service moving forward? Do you think we're moving in the right direction or the wrong direction? Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more commentaries like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.